Hey, what's up guys? My name is Spartan, and welcome back to my tower. This is episode 19 of my Tour My Tower video series. This is a series where I go through the ins and outs of my tower, show you guys the different upgrades that we're working on, the different moves that we're making, just overall the general progress of my account. This has been quite an eventful week, and I know it's been a little bit longer than a week, but this has been quite the eventful little time. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and look at my stats page here. So as of last video, I actually had 2.37Q lifetime coins, and as of today, we are at 3.38Q. And yeah, let's just kind of unpack that, see where the sort of coin gains have come from. And I think most of you probably already know, but it's actually going to be my golden combo. So in this video, I wanted to kind of take a chance to talk with you guys through what I'm planning on doing with golden combo and how it has actually been impacting my coin gains. So if we scroll down a little bit here, you can see my milestones. I've been farming tier 10 pretty much exclusively at this point. And if you may recall from last video, my previous best coins for tier 10 was about 34.5 trillion. And I have gone from that to now the all-time peak of 71, almost and a half trillion coins per run. My runs generally take anywhere from 9.5 to 10 hours, somewhere between there. And yeah, it's been quite the wild ride. But yeah, I guess that since we're already talking about golden combo, let's go ahead and look at the workshops that I can kind of talk you guys through that. So we're in the workshop right now. I'm still just running my Orbless Devo strategy, and it's been going pretty good for me. I've just got my health and stuff up to about 5,000. Get most of this all maxed during the run. I currently have 2 levels on my free upgrade mastery, so I'm currently locking orbs and shockwave size, just so that it doesn't get too crazy. And then usually way later into the run, I will just turn it on and basically do full-on blender at that point. But yeah, this is the workshop. This is what we're looking at. Got 300 levels here in my enemy attack skips. And yeah, let's go ahead and look at my ultimate weapons here. So this is what we're looking at. My chrono field duration with perk now is basically set me up where during my farming runs, I get permanent chrono field. So that has been pretty cool. Also, scrolling down a little bit more, I haven't really touched inner landmines or poison swamp. I did put 1 level into spotlight angle just to help me out a little bit more with tournaments. And yeah, in terms of my golden tower, you can see my duration has gone up a little bit. It's currently duration of 56 seconds, and my golden combo is currently level 3. So as it currently stands, my strategy with the golden combo is every single level of golden combo, I'm going to kind of try to put a couple levels of duration in until I hit golden combo level 8, in which case I believe I should be good to start trying to fund some of the card masteries. So that is my current goal, is trying to get golden tower combo up to level 8. And it's going to take a little bit. I'm pretty sure that the upgrade from 7 to 8 takes about $1,000 in terms of stones. So that's going to be a little bit expensive for me, but we will get there. In terms of my workshop enhancements, this is kind of what we're looking at here. Same old for the damage. My coins and cells, I've slowly every single week been trying to up that by 1 or 2 levels, but it is, as you can see, getting quite expensive for the next levels, especially for like the coin bonus. And in terms of my defense tree, I've actually been experimenting and trying to kind of increase this a little bit. And I think that the health regen and the wall health and the health have really actually helped my runs. It has increased my total run time in terms of waves for tier 10 from about like 7,600 waves to now 8,600 waves. So there's one more variable in the modules that I will show you guys a little bit later, but I think that a combination of my enhancements, kind of focusing more on EHP versus damage, has been pretty helpful for me, since I'm still for the most part just running EHP at this point. But that's going to cover the workshop. Let's go ahead and talk about the cards. nothing has really changed in terms of cards, except I did mention that I got the first level done for the free upgrade Mastery, which now lets me lock 2 upgrades during my runs. And I think that that was technically worth it. It has allowed my coin income to kind of get a little bit better. But looking back, I kind of wish that I had maybe held off and just focused more on enhancements for the sake of doing a little bit better in tournaments. But that's where I'm currently at. Haven't done anything with Fortress Mastery because I don't know. I don't want to do anything to it right now. But the one thing that I'm very excited about is I mentioned last video my goal was to get another card slot, and we did it. We now got 17 card slots. And yeah, I would love to eventually get a few more, but I think for the meantime, I might be kind of chilling with cards for the time being. But that is going to cover it for the cards. Let's go ahead and talk about my modules. Oh boy, so we are doing stuff with the modules. A few things have changed since last video. First and foremost, my Galaxy Compressor, I managed to get an Ancestral Enemy Health Level Skip module effect on that. I also managed to get just a Mythic Enemy Attack Level Skip effect. So that has also helped my farming runs quite a bit. But more so, I actually got a Mythic Health Regen effect on my Sharp Fortitude. So I'm still slowly trying to get this up to Ancestral, but it is taking freaking forever. I think at this point I've spent upwards of 100,000 reroll shards on it, and this is the best I think I'm going to be getting for a little bit. So I may, for the meantime, sort of take a break from this and kind of start working on getting the rest of my modules for tournaments a little bit better. Speaking of my modules for tournaments, I now have an Ancestral Death Penalty, and I've slowly been working on the module effects for this. I got an Ancestral Super Crit Chance, Ancestral Super Crit Multiplier, Legendary Crit Factor, and just Epic Damage per meter. But I would love to eventually get all of these to Ancestral, perhaps a Crit Factor and a Crit Chance. I think Ancestral would be very, very helpful for me. At some point when my account is a little bit more secure, I think I am 100% going to try to just stick with Astral Deliverance. But we're a little bit far off from that point. I need to really work on my damage labs and have some more liquid coins available to beef up my workshop enhancements before I think I will get more benefit from Astral Deliverance. A couple other things that have changed. I now got a Havoc Bringer Ancestral, so that's cool, I guess. I also got a Negative Mass Projector 1-star. I got a Space Displacer 1-star, and I got a Black Hole Digester 1-star. So pretty happy with all of this, but I do think for the meantime I'm going to stick with Galaxy Compressor, but just mainly for the sake of getting cells. I think having the extra uptime for my Death Wave has been quite useful for me, so I think that's honestly what I'm going to stick with for the meantime. But yeah, that is actually going to cover it for the modules. Let's go ahead and touch on my labs. So here are my labs. You guys already know. I don't even need to say it, but I'm going to say it. Lab 1 will forever be dedicated to lab speed. Don't care how long it takes. I am gold boxing this lab, and I think it's going to be good. Call me a gambler, but I think that in the long run, upgrading lab speed all the way to max is going to be quite beneficial for me. I know some people don't really agree with taking it all the way to max. You definitely don't need to, but I want to do it. It is a personal quest that I have set out for, and hopefully someday you guys and myself will be able to see this happen. So yeah, I have one more level on this, and I have 9 days left on the level. So at 4 times speed, we should have this done before next week's episode, and that is going to be massive. I'm super, super excited about that. My standard perk bonus, I'm trying to go ahead and just gold box this because I think that it is going to help me overall with every aspect of my runs, whether it's a milestone run, a farming run, etc. I think that going ahead and just taking standard perk bonus all the way to max will really benefit me, just from like the coin aspect, the EHP aspect, even the damage aspect. Every single aspect, this lab is going to be pretty helpful for me, which is why I'm going ahead and taking it to max level. In terms of labs 4 and 5, we are still just trucking on with our module labs, trying to make up for lost time, as tags would say. I really need to work on these because I neglected them heavily, and I heavily regret it. Because there are people that are pretty much started, around the same time as me, maybe a month before, month after, etc. But their module levels far exceed mine, and their module effects far exceed mine, which is why I need to really just hit the ground running with these module labs and get them done. So once I finish the daily mission shards, I think my next plan is going to be to try to finish out the module shard cost lab. I think that that one would be pretty valuable for me. But also, I really would like to get the shatter shards going. So shatter shard number 2 would be really nice to go ahead and get, and just kind of start working on those so that I can get some more module levels a little bit quicker. I think that that would give me a lot of value. At some point, I'm going to need to start working on the module coin cost lab, but we are a little bit far from that point. They're still decently inexpensive for me right now, so I think I'm going to hold off on that for the time being. But yeah, these module labs are where I need to put my focus. But in terms of my entire lab research, I'm just going to start at the top here and scroll my way down very, very slowly so that you guys can kind of see. So here is my main research here. All of that looking good. We got the attack research. This is stuff that I really want to work on for Legends League. I think that like getting the damage, attack speed, crit factor, and some of the other ones like super crit multiplier, that would be pretty good to go ahead and start working on for my Legends tournaments. Here are my EHP labs. I've gotten a few comments about those. I got health regen at level 32 rather, health at 35, defense percent at 23. Orb speed, I'd like to eventually just max out. Wall rebuild, I would like to eventually just max out. Actually, how many levels are there? Yeah, so I only have 8 more levels than this, so that wouldn't take too long, I don't think. So we might try to get that done pretty quick. I also think while I'm running EHP, putting maybe 1 or 2 more levels into my wall regen would be valuable for me, as well as my wall fortification. In terms of my utility research, here's what we're looking at. We got cash bonus 45, we got coins per kill at 60, and definitely need to work on my coins per kill. That is something very big that's holding me back. I also would like to at some point work on my recovery package chance since I am still using Galaxy Compressor. Maybe just reduce the RNG a little bit, get me more recovery packages. Even if I took it up to, level 10, I think that that would give me, 2% extra for my recovery package chance. So that is something that I should definitely try to look into. And also, you guys already know, my enemy level skip labs. These could easily be taken up to level 10 at a bare minimum and get some good value there. In terms of my ultimate weapon labs, this is what we're looking at. Chrono field reduction, I think I might actually start working on this one since I am running EHP. And later on in the runs, I do turn on my chrono field in all of my ultimate weapons. So I think that having the reduction lab would actually help me quite a bit. Also, the swamp labs, haven't done anything there other than unlock the stun. The shock chance I eventually want to take up a little bit. Death wave health would be nice to go ahead and just max. But you guys get the picture. Here's all of the levels that we're looking at here. I did go ahead and recently get the first level of Chain Thunder done just to kind of help me out a little bit. And yeah, in terms of the card research, some of this stuff here would be nice to go ahead and work on, like the Recharge Demon Mode, Recharge Second Wind, Recharge Nuke, etc. I think that those would be pretty good for me to just get done. The Mastery Labs, I'm really not going to be touching these anytime soon just because you guys can see how freaking expensive that they are. In terms of my perk labs, it would be nice to get another ban or 2. I think that that would be nice. It would also probably be advantageous for me to put a couple more levels into the auto pick ranking just for the sake of making my runs maybe a little bit more optimized. That would probably be ideal for me. But yeah, in terms of my bots, golden bot stuff would be really nice to go ahead and knock out, but it really is low on the totem pole for me at this point. I think that my effective path sheet is really telling me to go for these sort of labs honestly towards the end. Like the main one I need to do for econ is going to be my coins per kill lab. And I haven't really done anything for the enemy labs. I did start boss health, but it's only 0.30% decrease of their health, so that I don't think that that's really going to be a value for me at this point. And then last but not least, of course, my module labs, which we already touched on. But yeah, guys, that is going to cover my labs. Let's go ahead and talk about my tournament performance. All right, guys, we are still in Legends League, and we actually had a really, really good tournament last time. So this most recent tournament, I got my highest rank ever. I finished at rank 12, with a max wave of 373. And I really believe that the bracket that I had was honestly pretty dang easy. Like, the top player in the bracket didn't even hit 2,000 waves. He hit like 1,500, I believe. And yeah, I got a really, really easy bracket, so I'm not expecting that to happen again anytime soon. But I'm not going to complain. But because I got rank 12, that actually got me 4 keys. So that got me, yeah, rank 11 through 12, 275 stones, 425 gems, and 4 freaking keys. So yeah, we had 4 keys. Now I only have 3 keys, but that enabled me to access the vault. So I have now done my first upgrade for the vault, and that was the enhancement discounts. But if you guys would like to see more of what is inside of the vault, and maybe you're a little bit new, I actually just recently made a video about this exact topic. I show literally every single thing in the vault and kind of briefly explain what it does. So if you would like to kind of see that video, feel free to check it out. Link will be in the video description down below. But yeah, that is going to cover the tournament stuff. Now let's go ahead and talk about the guilds. In terms of my guardians, I did recently do a respec for my guardians because I found a way. I was following the effective path sheet to basically maximize my fetch chip so that I can be sure to basically get all of the daily stuff. And if you don't know how to check that, you just hit the little eye in the top left of the fetch chip, and it'll bring down this drop table that tells you pretty much the daily cap for all of this stuff. So I've gotten the medals, I've gotten the gems, I've gotten the common modules. All I'm missing out on currently is the rare. But yeah, I also have been recently starting to put a little bit into my steel chip. It's still not super effective for me, but I guess every little bit of coins does help. So I'm going to probably continue to start working on this for the meantime. And in terms of the store, we have everything purchased. Everything with an exception of this stuff at the top. So I think my plan is I'm going to buy this last level of bits, and then I'm just going to try to buy the module shards with whatever extra bits that I have available. So that's what we're looking at with the guild shop. But yeah, guys, that is actually going to conclude the contents of this video. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you did, feel free to like the video, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys watching right now. I hope that you know that. And yeah, with that is going to wrap up today's video. But thank you guys so much for watching. And like always, I will see you guys later.